Everybody, and welcome to Reed's Reads Spider-Man Crawl Space Edition. I'm your host, Ryan Reed. Check us out at thespidermancrawlspace.com. Well, guys, I decided to review Clone Conspiracy Omega, along with my thoughts on the entire Clone Conspiracy thoughts. So, let's get to the pros. First of all, anyway, there's kind of a conclusion to exactly where we're going to take after everything's over here with Clone Conspiracy. I mean, the Rhino kind of gets a nice send-off with him actually, dealing with the fact that his wife is now gone forever again. And despite the little bad dialogue between Spider-Man and the Rhino, it's kind of a little nice to see Ashoka kind of being moved over, kind of accepting to try to move on with his life and get things together. I also like some of the talk and banter definitely between Kane and Spider-Gwen, because there's actually a realistic dialogue between them, which should have happened with Peter. But, it's not too bad. And I have to say, the little side story with Ben Reilly, or Ben 27 as we want to call him, that Mark Bagley and Peter David definitely establishes a much more darker tone of Ben Reilly as he moves on here. So there's definitely a lot of interest there with the upcoming Scarlet Spider series. But that goes right into the cons. This book really has a lot of sticking the landing, which has become kind of the norm for a lot of Dan Slott stories, because, I mean, it was an interesting idea with Clone Conspiracy, but when it was all said and done, a lot of characters were out of place. A lot of people were saying, well, you told me this, and I would do this. And the whole little reason why Ben Reilly decided to adopt the Jackal's whole replace the world with perfect clones and life will be great, but it's not cloning. I'm just bringing them all back to life. But no, not really. You know what? Forget it. Let everybody die with the brown notes. And oops, I got infected myself. Oh, well. But hey, I'm a little decaying, but I'm going to still kind of be a jerk and a few other things. The story's kind of all over the place. It doesn't really have a nice conclusion. Some of the also aftermath, like revealing that some of the clones out there are still alive who were unaffected by the brown notes, including villains and that. And I have to say, the interesting ending with the lizard and his family, how he saved them, which everybody called using the lizard formula, but apparently, my little family of the Connors as lizards is they don't know how to act. They eat plates and kind of a weird looking Four Everglades kind of family. There's just a lot of mess. The whole series has had a lot of interesting points, from Ben Reilly being the Jackal to the fact that Jackal was alive and thought he was the clone and his little insanity about things. But, I mean, when it's all said, Dr. Octopus, getting away apparently with the proto-clone, who knows where he's at, and a few other things. The story's just flat. It's a very flat story. I know they're kind of leading in with the whole Norman Osborn end of, Parker Industries after the little deal with the Kingpin, but this isn't really that good of a story. I can't quite give it an F because some of the artwork was really good. Some of the ideas and conclusions, like between Kane and Spider-Gwen, and some of the other ideas, like with Anna Marie, were actually pretty decent. And even, Dr. Octopus kind of getting away from everybody. But I give this a D-. It's not great. It's definitely not something to pick up and trade or anything. I mean, some very wonderful art by Kamikali and Joe Jusko and this stuff, but it's just not worth it. So I'm giving it a D-. That is my main grade for the Clone Conspiracy Omega and the series in general. And on that note, everyone, I will see you later. I will be reviewing To the Champions later this week, so keep an eye out for that. And also, thank you for all the wonderful emails and reviews on my mom's health. She's doing much better, but, she has a long road ahead of her. So thank you all so much, and I'll see everybody else on the crawl space.